Everyone joining us after his match today against Cloud9, it is the jungler, not your Mayo, our Mayo, joining us here. Hey man, tough game against Cloud9, long ass chrono break. Talk me through that whole last match for you.
Yeah, went with the Trundle here in the match. It's been a pick that's been pretty popular in Academy, and so I haven't played that much of it, but I actually thought our overall comp would work out decently. The early game was going well in the game. It was actually going very well. Even though taking bot tower isn't like a free win, we got Drag Herald bot tower, and if this is a champ that wants to snowball, the second tower gold is buffed too, like the inner tower, which we broke the inner tower as well. So normally it's like really useless, but there it's not like too bad. It actually is like just fine to take it as well. I got my item off of it. So yeah, the game was looking alright, but bad things happened. Definitely at top river, and it took a bad turn. The chrono break, I wasn't sure how long it was. It didn't feel that long for us. I assumed it would just be like a fast chrono break because it was like obviously a bug. He just couldn't move for like 5 seconds. So I didn't notice it that much.
Talk us through that river fight there, because it felt like, hey, here's an opportunity. You know, as you said, you found ways to get gold, maybe not necessarily like clear advantages, but advantages to accelerate the game. And then that fight broke down. What was the objective there, and then what happened afterwards?
I mean, we just had top river, which lets us like push waves and just control like crab and wards and stuff, which is useful. I mean, for me, I went to get Gromp because it spawned, and I didn't think they would have vision on me. I'd have to watch the game to see, because like they initiated like pretty quickly after I left, but I don't remember the specifics of like I should have known if it was warded or if it was warded at all. And I thought the situation wouldn't be that bad because like our champions can get away with like Gale Force, Flash, and Aphelios, and if they use cooldowns and can actually kill us, like say Diana ults and we flash it, it's actually good for us. But I didn't actually by the time I like even F-keyed to the fight, it was already looking pretty bad. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. And then yeah, I mean we all died, and we probably could have traded some kills, but we misplayed a bit, and then it was just a disaster.
So in tough games like this, obviously, you take what you can from it and you move on to the next one. How's the team dynamic now? Obviously, a lot of changes happened in the past, but you're all slotted in. Yourself and Jenkins coming up from the Academy squad. What's the team dynamic and feeling like right now after a couple of tough losses?
Well, yesterday, I kind of griefed it a little bit. I mean, I played pretty bad, but no one was like super like, you know, people have bad games, obviously. I haven't really got to talk to anyone after today. I don't think everyone will be too upset. I think we have to make some adjustments with like champ pools and stuff, sort of, so we can do what Cloud9 does in draft. Kind of like I don't think their draft was like insane, but like they have a lot of flexibility. So for me, I have some champions I want to add, which I think I can add really fast. Probably not for tomorrow, but for next week if I'm playing. I won't say the specific champs, but yeah, just so the draft's more flexible for us. And that, I assume that's probably what we'll be talking about. Well, obviously tomorrow we'll have like draft plans based on what we've been playing this week, but yeah.
Sure. Speaking of Jenkins, you and him have spent time together on Academy, then move on up at different times. You had your opportunity over at finals in the last split, and then he gets to start at the beginning of this split. What's your relationship and dynamic like, and how have you guys supported each other in these moves?
Yeah, I've played with him since, well, I joined TLA like in between last year, like in between splits, and I played with him last split. We boot camped in Korea, me, Tactical, and him. Like we all went to Korea. I duoed with him a lot when duo queue was still allowed in ranked. We got to we couldn't duo queue the whole time because it got removed as we were duo queuing. But we got to like mid high GM before it was removed. It was like mid GM, I think. And then obviously this split in Academy, we had pretty good results. I really like enjoyed playing with him since I started playing with him. For like jumping into the LCS, it's been like very like I was in LCS, we talked about, then suddenly he's LCS, like, and then now I'm playing, so we haven't really like talked that much about that because it's just happened so fast and unexpectedly, but I really enjoy playing with him, and he's a good friend of mine, so yeah.
In terms of that quick change and quick turnaround, you've been slotted back on in after Santorin has had his health issues. Obviously, you don't want to replace Santorin exactly, but what are your goals coming into this roster and trying to find success? What are you trying to bring to the team?
I mean, I just want to use the skills that I've been working on from like playing well in academy, and then translate it to just playing well in LCS. Don't think I've done that yet, but I think, I'm not exactly sure what will be happening for next week's, obviously, but in next week's, I just need to think more about just like what I can contribute to in like champ pools and draft and like overall play. Yeah, it's hard for me to reflect too much, but I think I can play well at LCS level, even though it has been a bit up and down so far since I've started playing. So I just want to be able to do it, and I just have to think about it for myself, if that makes sense.
Well, speaking of that, team roster changes, team changes, name changes. You've been in the league, around the league for a very long time. What do you think are a couple of keys to your success, to the longevity of a career, knowing that there have been so many players that are flashes of the pan, they show up, they get hot, disappear right afterwards?
I mean, for me, I definitely was like in Challenger, like at a very young age. Like I first got Challenger when I was 14, like season 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely don't think I've been in LCS that long. My Aquafox experience was subbing in, visa issues, subbing in, and a very strange only scrim yourself team situation. I don't know if you should know about that. I definitely feel like my first split was when I replaced Mike Young in 2018 summer, and I for sure wasn't ready for that environment, which maybe sucks. Like I wasn't good enough at that time. You want to instantly be able to take advantage of it. Some players obviously are. I don't think that makes me like a terrible player or something. But yeah, for me, I don't see myself as having like some crazy career longevity, to be honest, yet. Regardless of being like a challenger player for a while. So I still think I can improve and play well in future years.
Speaking with your next match, what is the one thing that you want to take from it after, now 5 games of experience of being back with this top roster?
Like our match tomorrow?
Yeah.
I think for me, I want to get a draft where we can have more like engaged potential, so we can get just more, I guess, proactivity, but also like a draft that doesn't scale poorly. Definitely, like, even though we had advantages in our game today, it was hard to like push it really hard versus when they had an advantage, they could like just kill us all. So I hope, I think if we can get a draft where we can do that and we can all execute together, it'll be a good game tomorrow, and we'll be able to bounce back.
Armao, here's to better days ahead. Thanks for making time and chatting with me today, brother.
Yeah, thank you.